Okay, hello everybody. We are live. We're going to be doing a strength and stretch workout today. So you're going to need, if you have weights, grab those. Otherwise, that's okay. So we're going to start off just by marching in place. So just bring those elbows back. Stand up nice and tall. We're just adjusting the camera here. So just marching in place. Working those legs. Okay, good. So we're going to bring the heels forward. If this is too fast for you, just slow it down. What we're working on is a little bit of coordination this morning. So see if you can bring your opposite hand and opposite foot forward. So right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. Just bringing it forward. Good, now we're gonna bring those knees up. We're gonna tap the opposite knee. So everybody come on up, let's get going. Lift those knees up high. And we're touching the opposite knee, which is really good for our brains. Tapping that opposite knee. Keep those abdominals pulled in. Go ahead and go in a circle if you can, tapping those opposite knees. Good. Then we're going to keep the knees down, and we're going to bring the heel towards our rear. So you can still go in a circle, and then we'll go the other direction, nice and easy. Just warming up here. Everybody can do this. So if you're not off the couch, come on up. We're going to bring the arms across the body. Again, take it slower if you need to. We're just trying to get our heart rates up a little bit, get a little breathless. Rotating the torso and the trunk, tapping those toes out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, we're going to step it forward and back, step it back, and step it forward and back, step it back, and again, step it forward and center and back. One more time. Forward and center and back. Let's do the right leg. Here we go. Forward and center and back and center again. Forward and center and back and center again. Forward and center and back and center. One last time. Forward and center and back and center. Now to the side. Step and center and other leg and center. This is just nice and easy. If you want to swing those arms, do a bicep curl. Step and center and step and center. Here's 4 and 3. Deep breaths into the nose. 2. Last 1. Good. Okay, let's roll those shoulders up, forward, and down. So bringing the shoulders up, forward, and down. Up, forward, and down. Good. Move from the shoulders, not the elbows. Up, forward, and down. Good, now reverse the direction. So we're gonna go up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. So even if you're not standing up, you can do these in the chair. So up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Good. Then I want you to curl the tips of your fingers to the tops of your palms. Bring your knuckles to your temples. We're going to bring these elbows in and back. So you're standing up tall or sitting. Just bringing the elbows in and back. And keep the shoulders down. Bringing the elbows as close together as you can. It's okay if they don't touch. If it just goes right here, that's fine. Do what you can. And elbows come back as far as you can. Here's 4 and 3. It's 2 and 1. Good. We're going to keep that same grip. Bring your arms up to the side. Squeeze those shoulder blades together so arms come back. Circle the elbows or circle the thumbs forward. Make sure your thumbs don't go in front of your nose. So the arms are going to want to creep forward. Keep them back. Keep those arms back, back, back. Shoulders down. Then we're going to bring the palms up, thumbs back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and circle backwards. Good. Full deep breaths. Nice. About 9 inches in diameter. We're just warming up our upper body. and relax. Okay, so grab some water, take a few deep breaths. We're gonna start with the first strength exercise. So if you wanna grab some weights, you can grab some weights. Otherwise, you don't need to use weights, okay? So I'm just gonna demonstrate what it will look like and then we'll do it together. So feet are gonna start hip width apart. We're gonna step to the left and you're gonna make sure your left knee is over your left ankle and you're gonna squat down low as you wanna go. Then you're gonna raise your arms, front raise, and then you're gonna come back to center. And then we'll go over to the right. So you'll step to the right, make sure your knee is over that ankle. We're gonna sit back low, bring those arms up, and then come back to center, okay? So let's do 5 of those. So deep breath in, here we go. Step to the side, make sure your knee is over the ankle, raise those arms up, and back down. Leg, come back to center. Now, if you don't like taking a big step back, then just take a little step. Do a little squat. Sit back with those hips, raise the arms up, and then jump back. Big step out, maybe squat down, raise those arms up, and come back to center. That's 2. We have 3 more. Arms up, and come back. Out to the side, arms up, and come back. Side, arms up, and come back. Now watch your knee. Make sure you're sitting your hips back. I'm gonna do the last one sideways so you can see. So we go side, so I'm really pushing my hips back, and then coming to center. Push the hips back, and center. Great job. Okay. So the next exercise, you can get down on the floor, or if you prefer to stay standing, then you're gonna need, you can just kind of bring the arms in and out like this, okay? And bring them forward and back. Okay, if you're able to get down on the floor, or even maybe you have a ball at home and you wanna go on the ball, it looks like this. So you're gonna sit on the ball, walk your feet forward, lift your hips up, and we're gonna press the arms up towards the ceiling and back down. So notice my knees are right over my ankles. I'm keeping my hips up nice and high, bringing my elbows up and back down. So we're gonna do 2 sets of 10. Okay, I'm gonna do the last set on the floor so you can see what that looks like. So you could also do them in a chair and you could just lean back. So you could be here, come forward, press up and back down. This is gonna get a little bit of an anterior shoulder versus your chest. Or if you feel comfortable, I always love recommending getting down the floor. It's such a great exercise in itself to get down and up. And you're going to press the arms up and come back down. If you want to make it harder, lift the hips up and come back down. So here's 7, counting backwards. 6, we're doing 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. So take your time coming up. Use a chair or whatever you need to get up. Okay. So we're going to keep the weights. Okay. We're going to go into a squat. So you can turn your feet out slightly. We're just going to drop down as low as you can. And then we're going to come up into a T position with the arms. So we're going to come down low and then out to the side. So come down low and out to the side. I'm gonna go sideways so you can see how my back is nice and straight. I'm not rounding my back. Okay, and back up. Do a few more, and back up. Last one, and back up. Great job. Okay. So we're going to move on to something called the bent over row. So this one you may want to do without weights to start. You really want to make sure that your back is in a good position. So I like to have my participants hip hinge forward. You're just going to practice pushing your butt back and then standing up. Do this in front of a mirror, because if you notice that your back rounds instead of staying straight, that's not what we're looking for. In fact, that's going to hurt your back if you add weights to it and row like that more than keeping it straight. So my best tips are push your high knee back, draw your abdominals in, really push your hips back, and then we're just going to pull the elbows up and back. Or you can do it like this, or you can alternate, whatever feels best to you for rowing. Keep those shoulders down, elbows in, shoulders down, abdominals in, neck is nice and long. Breathing deeply. 4 more, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. So that shouldn't hurt your low back. If it does, then you're going to want to practice that hip hinge so that your back is nice and straight, and try it without weights. Okay. All right. Next, we're going to do a plank. So you can do this on a chair against a wall or a bench or just a wall. I'll show you on a chair. Again, you want this chair to be against a firm wall, and you'll walk your feet back and hold this plank position. If it hurts your wrists, you're going to want to come down onto your elbows and draw your abdominals in, press your shoulder blades away, and we're going to hold that. So I'm going to go on the floor. You can also go on the floor. We're just going to hold for 10 to 20 seconds, maybe just 5 if this is your first time doing a plank. So you can also do it on your knees like this. The main thing is that your shoulders are over your elbows. So see how my shoulder is over my elbow? Or I'm sorry, yeah, over my wrist, okay? So you can go on your knees, but you're gonna be keeping your shoulders over your elbows. Okay, so here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So come on down. You can stretch it out a little bit into child's pose. So if you were to do that on the wall, it would just be like this. I don't know if you can see me, but I have my arms against the wall. Let's see. So here is a wall here, and I'm just going to kind of keep my body in a plank position and hold that. So that's an easier way to do it if you don't want to get down on the wall or the chair. Okay, so that was round 1. We're going to do at least 1 more set and then probably stretch it out. So grab some water. Now, because exercise is very individual, meaning everyone has kind of a little bit different needs and different adaptations, then you're going to have to really pay attention to what your body is asking for or saying doesn't feel comfortable, and make modifications for yourself if any aren't presented to you. Okay, so safety is first, number 1. All right, so we're going to start from the top. Let's just grab our dumbbells, and we're going to do and the front raise. Working on this camera. So we're going to step out to the side and then raise those arms up. We're going to do 10 total or 5 each side. So here we go. We're going to step out to the left, sit back, make sure your knee is over your ankle, and then raise those arms up. And then step over to the right, squat down, raise the arms up. That's 1. And you can just do a little squat. You go down as low as you want to. So you decide how high you want to raise those arms and how low you want to drop your hips down. But remember, you're really pushing your hips back. we don't want that knee to go past the ankle. So push your hips back. Keep everything in good alignment. I think we have one more. This is a full body move, so it's really going to be revving up your metabolism. And try it with weights, without weights. If this is your first time, you don't need to use the heavy weight, okay? All right. So next we're going to do the chest press. And again, you can do this on a chair or on the floor or on a ball. So just to demonstrate, again, if you were to go on a chair, you're going to scoot forward. Okay, the other option is to just go right on the floor. So you're here, you're gonna come all the way down, and you're gonna bring the arms up and back down. If you prefer, and you want more of a challenge, lift your hips up, and you'll do 10 of these, okay? And if you happen to have some gym equipment at home, maybe you have a ball, you can sit on the ball. Just be careful, have your shoes on. Maybe do this on a yoga mat so that you have some grip. You're going to walk your feet out. Okay, keep your hips really lifted. And you want your knees to be right over your ankles. Okay, so when you roll out, your knees should be at a 90-degree angle to your ankles. And we're just going to lift the arms up for 10, 9, 8, keep those hips up, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to slowly come back up. Good. All right, great job with that one. So we're going to move on to a squat and a side raise. So we're going to keep holding on to the weights if you want to. They're optional. We're going to go nice and wide. You can turn your toes out a little bit. Bring your arms in front of you. Stand up nice and tall. We're going to squat down. Squat down and come. Squat down and come to a T. If you feel better with your feet forward, that's fine. It's up to you. Keep your back straight. Really push your hips back. Only go down so low as it doesn't hurt your knees or your back. Let's do 3 more. And exhale. 2 more. Last one. Great job. Okay. So the next one we're going to do is a bent over row. And if you have a ball, I didn't show you this option last time. It's a little more challenging, and you want to make sure that you are familiar and comfortable with the ball before attempting this. But you would bring your hips on the ball, curl your toes under, and then you can roll your arms back like this and do 10 of them. Okay, if you don't have a ball at home, then you can either use a chair or you can use your own body weight. So what I showed in the first demonstration was just pushing the hips back, keeping that spine nice and straight. Notice my low back is concave, not convex. So you have to untuck your tailbone. You might need to bend your knees a lot, and you're going to pull those elbows in. Or you can pull those elbows out to the side. Or you can alternate like I am. So you want to do 10 of these. Keeping your toes pointed straight ahead. Abdominals pulled in. Breathing. Now if you're starting to feel this in your low back, then you're going to want to have a little bit more support. So you can use a chair like this. And you can put one knee and one arm on the chair, and then you have support from the chair. But it's really beneficial to build your own core strength support. And if you want to just do one arm at a time, both arms is more challenging. Let's do one more. Good. So just remember to keep your back really straight on that one, your abdominals pulled in. Okay, our final exercise, we're gonna do a plank. So remember, you can do this on a chair against the wall, okay? Or you can go on the floor, you can go on your hands or your forearms. So you're just gonna bring your shoulders over your wrists, abdominals pulled in, shoulder blades wide. You're gonna hold that for 10 seconds, or you can go up against a wall and lean forward and hold on to that wall. Or you can go on the floor and you can either go on your hands and your wrists like this, or you can come down onto your elbows like this, okay? So let's hold for 10, 9, spread those shoulder blades wide, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, you can drop those knees down and come up. Excellent job. So that was 2 rounds of the strength training exercises. We're gonna do a little bit of balance and a little bit of stretches and cool down. So go ahead and drop your left ear towards your left shoulder and bring your left hand behind your back and just allow your chin to turn towards your shoulder or your armpit just to kind of stretch out the upper trap. And then go ahead and slowly bring your chin towards your chest. Drop your left arm, bring your right hand behind your back, bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. Maybe turn your head to face your shoulder. And breathe. And then slowly bring your chin towards your chest. Release your arms down. Bring your arms up. We're going to use the chair, and you're just going to hold on to the chair. You're going to walk your feet back until you're far from the chair, and then you're going to push your hips back past your ankles. And just drop your head down between your arms. Try to engage your hamstrings. So you're going to think about lifting the tailbone up towards the ceiling and maintaining that concave low back. And if you want, you can wiggle from side to side and kind of stretch it out. And then we're going to take a large step forward, and we're going to stretch through that calf. So relax your shoulders, keep the knee right over the ankle. Sit up nice and tall, maybe clasp the hands behind you. So you're going to interlace the fingers, press the knuckles down, roll those shoulders back. Keep dropping that right heel towards the floor, feeling the stretch. And switch legs, left foot forward, right leg back. Bend your left knee. This time you're going to bring your arm across your body like this and stretch that shoulder. So it would look like this. And then we'll do the other side. So keep bending that front knee, press through the back leg. And relax and bring your hands behind, press those knuckles down. Go ahead and release. We're gonna bend the knees and we're gonna round the spine and untuck the spine. And round and untuck. And then if you would like, you can fold all the way down. So if it's too far for you, you can hold on to the chair. Relax your head, shake your head out. No and yes. Maybe grab your elbows. So you don't want to do this stretch if you have any type of osteoporosis in your back. You don't want to round your spine like this. And then bend your knees. We're going to slowly come up. We're just going to lift the heels up and down. So you can hold on to the chair. We're just going to lift the heels. Try to come down nice and even. So don't let your toes turn out or your toes turn in. Don't let your heels cave in or your heels cave out. Good, then we're gonna turn the toes out and we're gonna do the same thing. So we're gonna come up and back down. Coming up and back down. So just about 10 or so. And then you're going to bring the big toes so that they actually are touching. So you're going to feel very pigeon-toed. Let your pelvis tilt forward. We're going to lift the heels and lower. So you're really getting that curve in your low back. Keep your ribs down, lift and lower those heels. Good, and finally we're gonna bring our feet back to center. I want you to shift your leg, or shift your weight to your left leg. You can hold on if you need to. And just bring that right knee up as high as you can. Try and balance here. Try and push through the standing leg. Try to keep the hips even. Relax your shoulders, pull your head back. We're just gonna circle that ankle. So we're finding our stability, finding our balance. And then go the other direction, sitting up nice and tall, circling that ankle, keeping the knee in line with the hip. And then set that leg down. Shift your weight to your right leg, lift the left knee up, and circle the ankle. About 10 times each direction. Good, and then reverse it. So working on that balance. If this is too much for you, you can hold on to the chair and come back down. We're going to do one final stretch. Push the hips back, let your head drop down. This is really good for kyphosis and flattening out that rounded upper back. Drop your head. Good, and slowly come back up. Nice job today. Thanks so much for joining me. We will see you next time. Have a great day.